8:15, and recently the nonprofit watchdog organization OpenTheBooks.com forced open the Baltimore City checkbook after an 8-month battle. Last week, the city comptroller, Bill Henry, released the city checkbook in real time on the city's website. Today, we are tracking the city's spending of American Rescue Plan Act funds. Joining us now, Adam Andrzejewski, CEO and founder of OpenTheBooks.com. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Tom.
All right, so we've talked about this last week. We talked about this, too. Opening this up, great transparency here. You even applauded Bill Henry for doing this, and you've been digging through it. What have you been able to find?
So taking a look at the American Act Rescue Plan funds, there was over $640 million allocated to the city from the feds. So how's that money being spent, and how can the transparency website tell us where the money's going? So we're following the money, and on the city website is $94 million up. And here's the top 5 vendors. $16 million flowed to the Baltimore Civic Fund. As you know, they're delinquent on the Secretary of State's website with their charitable filings. So they were the #1 recipient, dwarfing even the next 4 combined. The next 4 recipients of that federal money only totaled $10 million. And here's who they are. So, for example, the #2 is Healthcare Industry Grant Corporation, $3 million. We didn't know who they are. They're not on the Secretary of State's website as a public charity, registered to do business in the state of Maryland, but they are based out of New York, and we found their federal 990. They got $3 million. Meals on Wheels got $2.5 million. You got Hertrick Fleet Services. They're a company based out of Delaware. Just between October 6th and the middle of January, the city spent $2.5 million with this organization out of the ARPA funds for new vehicles in the city, and that hasn't been reported so far. And the next one that received the most money of the federal money is the Baltimore Public Markets. They've received $2.4 million, and again, they're closed for business on the state of Maryland website. So the transparency port, shining a white-hot spotlight is starting to deliver some good stories here.
Adam, so then what would be the next step? I mean, if we disagree, we find something here, and you're like, wait a minute, this is not where the money's supposed to be going or how it's supposed to be spent. What would then be the next step to kind of hold somebody accountable?
Well, look, public officials at the state level, they need to hold the Baltimore Civic Fund accountable. They have a donation button on their website right now. They're accepting donations from the public. They're not supposed to do that when they're not registered with the state. The same thing with the Baltimore Public Markets. Like, somebody's got to get engaged on things. I want to testify in front of the state legislature right on this topic. Why have a charitable registration at the state level if you're not going to enforce it? And furthermore, did the city really need $2.5 million worth of new vehicles using federal money, not local money? Or was that a waste of taxpayer dollars?
Adam Andrzejewski, OpenTheBooks.com. Thank you.
Thank you.